Before we even begin, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications because you are about to step inside a world few ever see, a world where the boundaries of wealth, power, and ambition are pushed beyond imagination. Larry Ellison's life is a story of relentless pursuit, of a mind that sees opportunity where others see limits. Born on August 17, 1944 in New York City, he faced hardships from the very start. His mother was ill and his father absent, leaving Larry in the care of his aunt. It was in these early years in the crowded streets of Brooklyn that the first sparks of ambition ignited within him. He was curious, driven, and unwilling to accept the ordinary. Ellison was a boy with a voracious appetite for knowledge, endlessly fascinated by science, math, and the mysteries of technology. While his peers played, he dissected radios, experimented with circuits, and spent long hours thinking about systems, patterns, and how the world worked. Education came to him not as classrooms and textbooks but as experience and observation. He attended college briefly, but he saw the confines of formal education as a cage for his imagination. Dropping out was not an act of rebellion, it was a calculated choice. He wanted to learn by building, by creating, and by challenging the impossible. The late 1960s and early 1970s were transformative years for technology. Ellison saw the nascent opportunities in databases, computing, and software when most saw only complicated machines. In 1977, alongside Bob Miner and Ed Oates, he founded Software Development Laboratories, which would eventually become Oracle Corporation. The vision was audacious: to create a relational database that could change how companies stored, accessed, and utilized information. Oracle was not merely a business, it was a statement of intent, a declaration that innovation and execution could redefine entire industries. From the very beginning, Ellison demanded excellence. He cultivated a corporate culture of high expectations, fierce ambition, and bold experimentation. His team was challenged relentlessly. Failure was tolerated only when it led to learning. Oracle's early years were a battlefield of competitors, limited resources, and complex technology. Yet, Ellison navigated these obstacles with a mind that blended technical genius with business acumen. He was relentless, unyielding, and utterly uncompromising in his pursuit of success. As Oracle grew, so did Ellison's reputation. He became a figure known not only for his wealth but for his vision, his audacity, and his unorthodox approach to business. Unlike other tech entrepreneurs of his era, Ellison concentrated his power and influence, controlling the core elements of his empire with precision. By the 1990s, Oracle had become a tech giant, with a global presence and a dominant position in enterprise software. Ellison's wealth followed naturally, but it was the scale, the reach, and the control that truly defined his fortune. By 2025, Larry Ellison had reached the apex of global wealth. His net worth, surpassing even Elon Musk, stood at an estimated $393 billion. But wealth in Ellison's world is not simply about money. It is about influence, about the power to shape industries, cultures, and ideas. Owning nearly 98% of Lanai Island in Hawaii, Ellison transformed a once-forgotten pineapple plantation into a private paradise of luxury resorts, pristine landscapes, and exclusive access. This island is a microcosm of Ellison's philosophy: control, mastery, and vision made tangible. Ellison's life is also defined by the extraordinary objects and experiences he surrounds himself with. His yachts are marvels of engineering, designed not only for performance but as extensions of his personality, bold, precise, and unrelenting. His private jets are flying palaces, outfitted with advanced technology, luxurious interiors, and amenities that reflect both practicality and extravagance. And his homes, spread across the globe from California to Japan to Hawaii, are curated spaces where art, technology, and design converge, creating environments that are simultaneously private, functional, and awe-inspiring. But beyond possessions, Larry Ellison pursues life with passions that mirror his personality. Sailing is more than sport, it is strategy, competition, and freedom. He participates in high-stakes regattas, often against other billionaires, where skill, timing, and intuition are tested against wind, water, and rivals. Aviation is another arena of fascination. Ellison owns multiple aircraft, some of which he pilots himself. Every flight, every maneuver, every journey is part of his pursuit of mastery, control, and exhilaration. Even in leisure, Ellison demonstrates an uncompromising intensity and meticulous attention to detail. Despite the enormity of his wealth, Ellison maintains an unusual degree of privacy. Married 4 times and father to 2 children, he carefully curates his personal life. Only a select circle of friends, associates, and advisors have insight into his day-to-day activities. The world sees the yachts, the jets, the islands, and the headlines, but the intricate, intimate decisions that define his lifestyle remain obscured from public view. This discretion is deliberate. It is a strategy as much as a preference, protecting both his family and his empire from external interference. Ellison's career has not been without controversy. He has faced lawsuits, regulatory scrutiny, and criticism over his lavish expenditures and business tactics. Yet through each challenge he has remained steadfast, demonstrating resilience and the ability to navigate complex legal, social, and economic landscapes. This resilience is part of what separates Ellison from other billionaires. His wealth is matched by strategic acumen and the capacity to endure scrutiny without faltering. His investments extend far beyond Oracle. Ellison is a forward-looking visionary, channeling resources into artificial intelligence, biotechnology, sustainable energy, and cutting-edge research. He recognizes that the world's future belongs to those who anticipate change, embrace technology, and act decisively. His portfolio is diverse yet focused, reflecting a mind that understands the nuances of risk, reward, and long-term value. Ellison's influence also permeates culture and society. Philanthropy, though less publicized, plays a role in shaping communities and projects he deems significant. Whether through environmental initiatives, education, or healthcare, he applies the same rigor and strategic thinking that define his business ventures. In doing so, he extends his reach beyond wealth, leaving a legacy of impact that will endure beyond his lifetime. The psychology of Larry Ellison's success is rooted in curiosity, ambition, and an insatiable drive to excel. He challenges assumptions, defies norms, and refuses complacency. Each decision, from corporate strategy to personal acquisitions, reflects careful consideration, intuition, and a willingness to embrace risk. Wealth, for Ellison, is a tool, a measure of influence, and a canvas for experimentation. Ellison's approach to life exemplifies mastery over both internal and external domains. Internally, he cultivates discipline, focus, and strategic thinking. Externally, he manipulates variables of business, technology, and luxury to achieve outcomes that others deem impossible. This combination of inner control and external influence is rare, and it is what places Ellison among the most powerful individuals in human history. The scale of Ellison's lifestyle also illustrates a broader truth about extreme wealth. It is not simply measured by numbers, but by freedom, choice, and the ability to shape one's environment. Whether navigating global markets, overseeing Oracle's projects, or designing private paradises like Lanai, Ellison exercises control in ways that few can comprehend. Luxury, for him, is intertwined with strategy and vision. It is both personal gratification and a public statement of achievement. Even in his hobbies and personal interests, Ellison applies meticulous analysis. Sailing competitions are studied for patterns of wind, water currents, and competitor behavior. Aviation plans are meticulously calculated for efficiency, safety, and innovation. Collecting art, technology, and rare objects is approached with both aesthetic judgment and investment insight. This methodical approach ensures that every endeavor, personal or professional, serves multiple purposes, blending enjoyment, mastery, and value creation. Ellison's network of influence is equally impressive. From technology leaders to global policymakers, he maintains relationships that enhance both his business reach and social impact. Yet he operates largely behind the scenes, letting outcomes speak for themselves rather than personal charisma. In this way, he embodies a principle often overlooked. True power does not need constant validation. It is exercised quietly, strategically, and effectively. His ability to anticipate future trends in technology is legendary. Oracle's database solutions were revolutionary in their time, and Ellison's investments today indicate a clear understanding of emerging fields such as artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and advanced biotechnology. His strategies reveal an individual who not only reacts to the present but actively shapes the future, ensuring that his empire remains relevant, adaptable, and dominant. Ellison's private life, though discreet, offers glimpses into a philosophy of balance. While he thrives in competition and innovation, he also values environments that foster creativity, reflection, and personal fulfillment. His homes, yachts, and retreats are designed not just for show, but to cultivate focus, inspiration, and resilience. This approach allows him to maintain clarity in decision-making and sustain energy across multiple complex ventures. The story of Larry Ellison is a testament to the power of vision combined with relentless execution. From the crowded streets of Brooklyn to the pinnacle of global wealth, his journey illustrates the impact of curiosity, strategic thinking, and uncompromising ambition. Every investment, acquisition, and endeavor reflects a mind that sees beyond the obvious, understanding that true mastery requires foresight, patience, and a willingness to take calculated risks.